Today I'm going to be sharing with you my IT cosmetics that I have in my collection. One thing that I was given for the holidays was one of these IT Girl beauty books, and they usually have them out around Christmas time, but you get a full collection of all of the different products that it offers. And so I have had a lot of fun with this, discovering things that I really enjoy with this brand. And it's a great, it's beyond a multitasker. I mean, this is basically like everything you kind of need, except for a few things, your mascara maybe. But I do want to go ahead and share with you one of the looks that I can create with this product. So hope you are all doing good today. So I already primed my eyes, and now I am going to go ahead and go in with this here all over the lid, and I think I'm going to go with this as well as maybe even this, which is a brow product, to deepen up that transition shade. I think what I'm going to do is go in with the bronzer as well and kind of warm it up just a little bit. And I've never actually used IT Cosmetics eyeshadows before, except for, you know, palettes like this. But they are beautiful. Okay, and then what I'd like to do is start off with this one here, which is a very metallic, shimmery light color. And then I want to go into this one and then this one on the lid. Lots of payout right there. Now I'm going into with this shade here. That is beautiful. And I'm just kind of tapping over the first one so that it blends a little bit. That is really, really pretty. Now for that final shade, I am just going to tap it right at that very corner. Going to go in with the black here and use that as my eyeliner. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this really small e.l.f. brush and go into that darker corner shade and just build it up a little bit. I'm loving this greenish metallic look that's very, very neutral. I mean, you can use this with any eye. If you wanted to add, here they've got a pink. I used the champagne color for the lid, but you could definitely warm it up a little bit with a nice rose color that they offer here. All right, now I am going to go in with the transition shade again and just marry that corner with the transition. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the brow products. Now this would be an excellent color for more blondes and grays and lighter colored hair. And then of course we've got the black. You could possibly even mix it to really get a nice shadow for yourself. That's kind of what I'm going to do. Generally, I just kind of use whatever's left on my flat brush, and my eyebrows are very, very dark, so I can kind of get away with that. But once my gray hair sets into my brows, I'm going to have to go with the lighter shades for sure. All right, I am going to go do my lashes and I will be right back. All right, so now I'm going to go on to foundation. And I know I have discussed this foundation before. This particular one is the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer Sun Protection 50. And I personally am not a huge fan of this one. It is full coverage, and I think that that's why I tend to not really prefer it, just because it's just a personal preference. But I am going to go ahead and put some of that on, and then I'm going to use a lighter concealer just to kind of thin it out a little bit. But I haven't tried some of the other ones. I know that, you know, there's quite a few different ones that people really have enjoyed. But for me personally, I think I'm just like a little bit more of a medium coverage product that lies a little bit lighter on the skin. And just by mixing that a little bit with that, CoverGirl Smoothers is the one that I mixed it with, because that's a very, very light foundation. But it does still provide quite a bit of coverage, but it just has a real nice feel to it. And it is good to try and see if, just because, you know, you're not loving the foundation the way it is, try mixing it. I know I've also broken this particular foundation down with just a couple of drops of like a facial oil, and that also seemed to really do the trick. And I am liking the way this is turning out, and that way then you will use up your products. You just have to kind of know what you like and what you don't like. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my sponge and just make sure everything is blended thoroughly. So it does have a little bit of a tacky feel to it. It seems very, very luminous. That's another personal problem that I have, is that I tend to have oily skin anyway, so I'm not one who really seeks out luminous primers, foundations, that sort of thing. Okay, and now I am going to go ahead and set this, and I absolutely love the It Bye Bye Pores. And so I am going to go ahead and set my under eyes first. And this powder is one that I do repurchase. I do have a couple of different ones that I like, but this one is really, really good. Finely milled. Leaves you looking airbrushed and flawless. Okay. And here I am going to use the bronzer that is in the beauty book. This is a beautiful shade. I guess I'm kind of more used to the Physicians Formula, and I have a really heavy hand, and sometimes I get it on a little thicker. This one's taking a little bit longer to build up, which is probably a good thing, so that I don't have too much on, but I really do like that that color it's giving me. And it has a touch of a satin finish to it, which isn't bad. As long as it's really super subtle and not too much. I actually would really prefer more of a matte bronzer contour. Bronzers, you can have a little bit more fleck, but I tend to like products where I can use them both as a contour as well as a bronzer. So you're not really wanting your contour to have all these flecks of shimmer and things like that, especially like, you know, putting it on your neck and that sort of thing. But if you're using it as a bronzer, then yeah, it is nice to see a beautiful, healthy glow. And it is nice for me to try out these different products. This one is fine. I don't know if it's me or if I'm just seeing it kind of really looking a little bit more orangey on me, but that's okay. That is okay. And then they do this with their blushes, and this tone of a blush really is beautiful, and it works on all sorts of different complexions just to really give you that nice bright pink look. And then the highlighter is right here. So I'm going to go in and start with the blush, kind of mixing it all up. And I know I have a real lot right there, so let's see. Okay. And that does have a lot of payout, but I did have a lot on my brush. And I always kind of like to do this with my blushes, maybe go down my nose, just to have a very sun-kissed look. And also, this kind of helps shift that orangier look of the bronzer. So then I am doing my highlighter, and I remember really liking this one. This is a beautiful highlighter. Now I am going to go back in with my foundation brush, because I do feel like I got a little carried away. And just kind of clean up around the edges, smoothing the edges and putting things back where they go. I'm going to go back in with the powder and do the same thing. It's just kind of smooth over the edges a little bit, softening everything. So now what I am going to do is I am going to take this color right here and go all over my under eye. And then in the corner, I might deepen it up with this maroon color. A lot of stuff come off that one. All right. I am really loving these colors. They're beautiful. I almost think I'm going to leave it just at that. I don't think I'm going to add that darker color. I'm just going to take my flat brush that has a tiny bit of the black on it, just to tap in that corner. And this does offer a nice shimmer. And so now for the lips, these are the different shades of of lip sticks they have. So what I'm going to do is actually go in with that one, maybe a combination of these two, just seeing how it looks. Because if it's too cool, I might go in with the medium one. So I think I am going to mix it up just a little bit. Yeah. I like that one a little bit better. They're very, very creamy. And this one is called Bubbly. Again, I don't think I've ever used a lipstick before other than this way. I don't have a liner, so I am going to go ahead with my Buxom Hush Hush fat liner and just go in and line the lips a bit, but leaving that color kind of poking out. All right, that's turning out really nice. And then I am just going to top this with an e.l.f.'s gloss. This one is Love Bites. Okay, so I hope you like this look. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are getting value from my channel. And I hope you have a great day.